This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go! 18 Gator!
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Bowman. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go! 60 Pittsburgh!
Watch.
Hey, Charlie!
This shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check.
Yo, go! Bam!
On first down, Evans. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
27 yards there, a first down.
Ready! 50, plant! Hey, Delta!
It's gonna be a long day. No.
Go!
And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the ready.
15.
Go!
Check right 15. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now!
From the gun, Purdy, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Get it.
To throw on second down. Bowman. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
On second down, a run with Breida. Nifty move. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hey, Orbit.
46 to Mike. 46. Watch the out. 46 to Mike. 46.
On 4th down, Bowman. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bowman. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, high 7.
Check.
Hey, lock it.
Check nickel.
Dude.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd down, Purdy. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
46 to Mike. Yo.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
46 to Mike. 46.
Let's go.
2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Shake 3. 218. Chop. 52.
Alert 3.
Ready.
Here's Breida. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowman will get this into the hands of Breida.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check. Recon. 132 fighter.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
46 to Mike. 46.
Hey, Alpha.
Man up, D. 46 to Mike.
5.
On 4th down, Bowman. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Protein spill. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Bowman. Open man is QT, complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kiki QT with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Purdy, he's going to fire this thing deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Ready?
First throw now for the backup Manning. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 8-3.
I don't think you got it, son. At 58 is the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
58.
Go. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bowman. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To throw on 2nd down. Purdy. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Charlie.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, Purdy. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
18 Gator.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 69 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. Complete to Washington. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
We go. 60 or.
Focus, defense, focus.
61, matchbox, lights.
Operating from the gun, Bowman. He's got his man, it's Andrews. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
10 logo. Pilot, 64, reach.
They run again with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go.
To throw again. Purdy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Purdy. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
46 to Mike. All day, baby. All day.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Bowman. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Bowman flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning. And this is caught by Evans. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. Snap.
Throwing now is Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They run with Breida. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, Bowman. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Check nine. Wide, get wide.
Leo. Get it.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Go.
On second down now. It's Evans, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Manning now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now he's flushed out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second down.
From the 44, Manning airing this one out for Evans. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. With it is Jackson. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey! 50. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got it.
Get it.
From the gun, Purdy. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Yep. Fair. Hustle. Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Come on, set. 30 base. 80 weapons.
Ricky. Alert flare.
Look. Squeeze. Yo, Lee Griffin.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Looking to throw. Bowman. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 10. Look at me. Go.
Rush in. Slam. Check 90. Let's go.
Now it's Breida. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Kill. Turn up. Slam.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Breida, he'll try the right side. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. Manning. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Greystone travel.
They're running it. Safe.
Be careful.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Here we go. 18, Gator. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. You're out.
Kill.
Hey, Sam off. We got double up. Fire.
They go again with Muhammad. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustrating.
And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, baby. We got it.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Come on.
Snap.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. Do you think they thought at all